Hi, this is Painting Platinum 54, I think. I'm here with Justin. He's going to be helping John with some things today, so he might not be with us as much as we'd like. We're slowly working on getting the set together, getting set up for Painting Platinum at the new studio. It'll actually probably be the safest. Well, I don't know. You don't have any other shows. Is Miniature Monday gonna start being in studio?
Miniature Monday?
Josh?
No. He lives in Oklahoma, so he's always going to be where he is.
Oh. I think I'm the only solo show. No, Ron does Reaper Live. Not Reaper Live. Bones 5 update. Yeah. So that's what's going on there. We're going to hopefully finish this mini today. So next week, Justin's going to be on vacation, and I'm taking a couple days off next week and a couple days off the next to kind of pack up. I'm in the process of, I don't know when I'll be moving, so I just kind of want to be ready. So that's what's going on with that. I'll be on call to come and mix paint if I have to. Hopefully I can get ahead. Well, it's not really a vacation, unfortunately. And I've been talking about my wrist being messed up, and I was thinking, at least I'll take time off. And then I thought, well, I'm going to be taking time off and doing some really physical stuff. So, I don't know. Maybe the last day, maybe I'll get everything done. Oh, sorry. And the last day I'll take off and I'll rest. So, that's that. All right. So what do we have to do on this? Let's take a moment and assess. I think we need some... I keep redoing the skin, so we probably need some shadows and highlights. We need to make these stones, this base, more uniform. I put a lot of different colors in there, so I think I'm just going to glaze it over and over again until it's the same color. I don't know if that'll work. Then, I thought about changing this panty color, and I think I have to now. I don't know. I think I have to now on account of I've messed it up. So let's get started. I am using, let me see if I can get this to stop rolling. I can't wait to get my hands on one of those miniature holders that were given out in the hobby box. I don't know which box. I don't know. But, yeah, we have holders now. Super, super stoked on it. We're going to be back on Reaper Live tonight. I don't know what kind of stuff we're going to reveal, or I don't know. Hi, maybe one. Jedi Jared, I5 Paints. So yeah, I do know that I'll be revealing at least some of the 12 set. So we have 2 fast palettes, a pistol case, and a triad coming out. I've revealed the second fast palette, the metallic set, and I've revealed the, what's it called? Nomad Zeke. I've revealed the triad, which is the what did I call it? I called it the McTriad, or somebody called it the Wonder Bread Triad. Hi, Mobrock. But actually looking at it, it's not that bad. It's not that severe. I'd play with that today, but let me see. So let me look at the calendar. Let me just make sure I can jack with it before Reaper RVE. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I'll be out the 4th, I believe, and then we'll still have the 11th, 18th, and 25th. I would like to play around with mixing some of these colors. So, hi, Rings Raccoon. I would go into it, but we need to hurry. That's not the color I want. Yeah, I'm using Peachy Flesh, which is $94.45, I believe. I'm still looking at the old title of the paint, the old name. Yeah, hasn't really, I'm trying to think. I don't think it's been too stressful. I've been on a super serious deadline to get these RVE paints done. I still have to finish. I have 5 more to mix and 6 more to pump. But those are for the fast palette that's not finished. The faction colors. But yeah, if you're going to be around tonight at 6, you can see the set of 12. And it's really interesting. It's kind of a, it was renamed I-Fi Paints. It's kind of a, I keep calling it a dreary little pistol case set. But together with all the paints, I think it's going to be a really, really cool, almost like a starter kit. I'm going to show them because you're not going to know what I'm talking about. I'm just going to break down and do it. Let me see which would be better to do it on. I think it'll be maybe better to do it on this. So, not as good. Not as good. Hold on. Me and Luca, glorious train wreck. It's almost an igloo made of paint bottles. Okay. Like scooting stuff out of the way. So, this is the set of 12. Have some really good grays. Now this isn't just the most true to color. A nice crimson. A nice kind of purpley pinky gray. This brown, I think this is what I would call mushroom brown, but it's not exactly true to color. And it's a, let's see, it is inspired by one of my favorite colors that's now inactive in MSP. So then we have Radiation Burn. So Radiation Burn is actually like Harvest Brown's little sister, I've decided. So I don't know if you'll be able to see Harvest Brown and Radiation Burn, but they're kind of nice. Oh, I actually have a bottle. So that's Harvest Brown and Radiation Burn. What? Okay, so Pendrake, I don't know, but I do know that Kit, our UK guy, did a huge order that was like stuff he didn't have that he needed for orders and then restock. So, yes. I'm sure he'll have them soon though. You know what? No, maybe, because I did have them made. I was about to say I would know if he ran out, but I wouldn't. Now this color, this is the only gray that has previously existed in another line. So, yes. So everything else, if it's inspired by something else, it's a little different. A lot different. This is a nice gray. Kind of a dirty gray. It kind of, I like a really kind of dirty gray. Kind of reminded me of, maybe it's 9433. But yeah, that's our 12 set. And then if you look at that with our triad, I've got a cool red, just a nice blue, and a bright yellow. Let's see. No. So, these are the metallics. We'll go into the metallics. So now these two are very similar to Pro Paint Blue and Green Steel, but Ed wanted them a little bit brighter. No coral. Tungsten plating. It's really pretty bronzy color. Hot blue. I don't know that we have another metallic that's so, I don't know, so like clear bright, I guess you would call it. So all one color bright. Aoki steel. Now this is the one, it's not going to show. I don't think it'll ever show because I can't tell by looking at it. But, oh yeah, I can actually. I tried to make as much of a rainbow sparkle effect as I could. So there's lots of different colors of sparkle in there. Metallic flake. And then Afterburn, which is inspired by, what was that color called? I cannot remember. Fire Glow. I think it is Fire Glow. Yeah. It's real pretty and warm. So I experimented a lot with mixing different flake together because that's what I did with the pieces of 8 in the mermaid scale. And yeah, I think I got pretty good reaction out of it. Now these are all using at least mostly the new metallic flake, so they're real bright and sparkly. So yeah, that's what we've got. I'm really excited. It almost kind of reminds me of the HD line when I look at it. But when I think about it, none of those sci-fi paints, those never went into a bottle. Thank God. But yeah, so when I think about it, I'm like, oh, like this is almost like our post-apocalyptic world and our neon and our metals. Yeah, let me tell you what, I have found that it's less stressful for me to just hang out for a little bit after work. And I really like precision work. I really like drawing lines. I really like just making things work. So I did that one day after I clocked out. I just sat here and sat at the table and drew. But yeah, so we'll get back to painting, but I'm really excited. Now, what you'll notice is they have a bones label, and for the most part, they are going to be pretty high coverage, but a couple of them are not. One thing that Ed liked is our yellows are really high coverage in there. And I have a green yellow, but not as green as the canary yellow. And not as soft. No. Not as green as neon yellow and not as soft as canary yellow. Or, I think 9009. But, very high coverage. And I think what's coming next, let's see. There's just a real nice green coming. A really pretty orange. Like orange red. Okay, so there's like an orange, and then there's like a what would you call that? Like a bright orangey red, like I don't remember what you'd call that. Anyway, is it vermilion? I don't know how to say it because I've only ever seen it written. Okay, so I'm gonna mix a color using 9445. I've done so much. This has been the how not to paint, at least on stream, series, because I don't know what I've done. And between every time I've come up in here and cleaned out my paint area and taken it back, so I don't know what paint I used. So I'm going to use bronze. I thought I brought 9259. And then the other part of this, which I hate, is that I don't know if I'm using something that's not in production. I wouldn't say it's a coral. I would say it's more like I don't know what you would call it. It's red for sure. Yeah, I'm glad to be able to share with you guys. I think that's really neat. And we still don't know how many paints we're going to include in, Post-it notes. I do use Post-it notes when I formulate, and Ed hates Post-it notes. This is something that if there were a Reaper Jeopardy, I would just kill it at employee owner bugaboos. Like, I know what irritates everybody, but Ed hates Post-it notes. Okay, so I'm trying to think if I should just, no, I'm gonna have to. Oh, good. Very happy on the Sophie champagne. Okay, so that reminds me. In February, we are not going to be doing... Oh, no, that's too light. We are not going to be doing Heartthrob Pink. We are going to be doing some different pink samples that I've had around. So most of them, I'd say like all of them, aren't going to have formulas. And if I'm correct, it's going to be a big mix of pinks. And I'm trying so hard. There's going to be no control over which one you get, and there's going to be different ones, but I'm trying really hard to get my Barbara pink in there because I think I have a gallon of it. So you might get the ever so hyped Barbara pink, which I liked for armor. Also, I once won a Jeopardy at my work because one of the questions was who met their wife on a video game. It was me, and I accidentally tricked a couple people not to pick me. What video game, Spoons? I think we've talked about this before, but I can't remember. Are you a WoW couple? Halo 2. Oh, that's precious. I love that. I would have never met my honey on video games, I'll tell you what. So multiple orders in February to get pink paints. Exactly. How do you date fire? Oh, well, that happens too. You know what would be even more romantic is if you, and I've actually thought about this before, if you ran into each other again on a video game. I don't know. Just in my, not for you, obviously, but just in my, story in my head. So, I didn't set myself up for success today, but that's okay. I moved a couple pieces of furniture in my office, so I was busy. I did things, but not enough things. Oh, 13 years. Exactly, i5 paints. Now, like I said, you might get duplicates. The paints I know will be in there will be my blush triad / quadrad, which is my wall color, and that's like a dark mid-tone, a light mid-tone, a light and a dark of I think I'd call it like a neutral pink. It's got a little bit of yellow in it, and I think I've got a little bit of violet in it. I think it's pretty balanced. And then maybe the Barbara pink. I have another one that I messed up a formula when I converted over, and that one was supposed to be a blue, and I used the wrong thing. So I opened it up, and I was like, "Oh wow, that shouldn't have been a surprise." No, I don't believe there will be any BCA pink. We did make too much, but I don't, by we I mean me, but I don't believe there'll be any PCA pink. That was one of the colors that the guy I've been training, my apprentice, Daniel, I let him make because it's pretty easy to paint. Scarlet. Now, Scarlet is on the orange side, but not orange, right? I might have to get back to you on that. So it wouldn't be like the Phoenix Red. Well, Phoenix Red's kind of soft, almost. We've got to have a Scarlet. I don't know. I know I will have one soon. It'll be in the faction fast palette. I'll have to get back to you on that. I've never been the person, for the most part, that knows the difference between all of the different shades of colors. I knew of the words, but I didn't know what they meant, and that actually ended up in kind of a close call on this ReaperCon, RVE, excuse me, RVE preparation. So I don't remember who named the color, but somebody named it, and it was, oh, what was it? It was the crimson, and the color we had picked out was really more like a rusty color, and it kind of hit me, and I was like, oh no. So I changed it to a crimson, and it's actually really, really pretty. I need to get my little swatch project done so I can make sure nothing's too close to anything else, but I don't think, ooh, a purple pink. So like a dark, is magenta purple pink? Oh, maybe Scarlet is on the purple side. So this is the crimson that's coming out. And it's pretty, and it's on the purple side. We also have, well, I think Scarlet is a bright red. I feel like I looked it up just to be safe, because I didn't know what crimson was, and that it was, I swear it said a quarter of the way between red and orange, or red and red orange. I don't remember. One day I'm going to know all these things for you. I promise. I'm going to do it. I'm going to get better. Y'all make me want to be a better person. Brilliant red. Scarlet is a brilliant red color, sometimes with a slightly orange tinge. In the spectrum of visible light and on the traditional color wheel, it is 1/4 of the way between red and orange, slightly less orange than a vermilion. Vermilion. Because I want to know more things, Spins. I want to be knowledgeable, like Anne. But that takes time. Acquiring knowledge takes time and practice. So, no rush. A chromatologist, yeah. I have plans. I think about color a lot. Yeah. So I'm just totally redoing the skin. I don't see us finishing today, but you never know. Maybe if I'm really focused. I'm sure I talked about this before, but I was a really slow nail tech, and I looked up methods of speeding it up, which is, almost impossible. There's really, if you're slow, you're slow. Oh my God, who's whispering?
Can you get in camera a little bit with the model?
Sure, if you don't ever whisper like that, creepy.
Also, do you know anybody that does, what's the word I'm thinking of? What's the big glass stuff in churches? What's that called?
Oh, stained glass?
Stained glass. That's what I'm talking. That's what I'm thinking of.
So, have you asked Amanda?
No.
There is this guy. Okay, so Father Johnson and Amanda's church, they had a new church done, and they used to have this big stained glass that this guy's grandfather did, and they found the guy, I think his grandson, who still works in the same shop and still does the same style, because she was looking for that too. And the people that I know work with borosilicate glass, like over like lamp working. So I don't know anybody that does that, but Amanda does. I can probably get that name for you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just looking. I have a few ideas that I want to try. But I was
Yeah.
just curious, since you're in the glass blowing world, I didn't know how adjacent it was to stained glass.
Hey,
A little,
Yeah,
a little
Justin's setting up a
adjacent.
TV. So,
He's setting up a TV. Yeah, stained glass windows. Yeah, I'll check that out. I'll text Amanda, because it'd probably be less weird if I text Amanda. I don't know how tight.
correct.
you
You're a
and
lot
Amanda are.
closer to her than I am.
Okay. So I'll ask her for you. But he does really cool work. The stained glass golem is coming. Okay, so that reminds me, I have probably talked about this before, but I'll call him my second favorite
Camera
lamp.
for the model.
Oh, sorry. Okay, there you go. I'll take this paper towel away too. I'll be better. So my second favorite lamp worker, other than my honey, is actually on the Netflix series competition, whatever, Blown Away. So the new season of Blown Away has this guy on it that's my favorite. His name is Mike Shelbo, and he makes goblins, and I love him. Thank you, Dr. Bob. Nobody spoil it for me though if you've seen it, because I haven't watched that far into it, and I'm gonna rage quit I'm gonna rage quit. Oh, Christoph's does stained glass. Yeah, I'll have to show you. We're not gonna make it all the way through this. We're just gonna have to get over it, because we're gonna talk a little bit about art. So one thing about my honey, now this might actually go with his technique, but my honey told me when we met that he hates it when people ask him to do things that aren't his tech. Now, I don't know if he's still like that as much, because he's like 23 when we met. So anyway, let's see if I can't find... I don't think you can access Instagram on a desktop anymore. Maybe you can, but I feel like I heard that a while back. Oh my god, these goblins. And anyway, so he got let's see. He got some kind of contract with this color company, this glass color company. So I have this poster of all these goblins in all these different colors. Okay, I'm getting a few images of these goblins. And I'm going to share them because they're so cute. But anyway, the show Blown Away is soft glass, and this is borosilicate, which I'm more familiar with. I haven't had a chance to do very much of it, but one day I'm definitely planning on having a studio and working on it at home. I feel like what I do with nails kind of goes toward sculpting. I think I'd be a good sculptor. Let me pick some favorites. Oh, how funny. Siri heard Sadie and told Netflix to show. Really? That's so funny. Oh yeah, I'm sure he could. He did make, I've talked about this before, he did make a little, what's it called? He made a dragon sculpture. So let me see if I can show you one of these dragons. Or not dragons, goblins. Oh, it's not gonna let me. Oh, maybe it will. Hold on. Not gonna let me. Nope. Oh well. Maybe next time I'll show you a goblin. But they're doing soft class, which is a lot different. So I think soft class, you need friends. You need like assistants. So my boyfriend and his glass teacher or mentor will do that sometimes at night. They'll get set up and do that. And it kind of always requires him to work late when they do because he's gotta help. And yeah, when you're the type of person that is motivated, sorry, that's making the color go crazy, that is motivated more by like making sure that you're there for other people and helping other people, I feel like things like that are more motivating because you're like, no, they need me. They can't do without me. So, yeah, we're going to do a free, we're going to do a mystery free. How about that? A mystery sample. I don't know how fun that is, but that's what we're going to do. And then I don't know, maybe we'll give away something special in February. Maybe we'll make Heartthrob pink, who knows. But it will not be the giveaway, the sample, the free sample when you order through internet. Sorry, I'm just a tiny bit brain foggy because I didn't sleep that much last night. We had a lot of urgents, and like I said, I had to finish those RVE colors, so I stayed up really late. I think I was up here till like midnight or 1, and then went home and did my nails and defiantly stayed up late because that's my time. I don't know if hashtag free is open, and I don't know if you do it twice if it'll kick you off. I'd never heard that before until recently, so I don't know if that's a new thing. Okay. I can't wait until Justin's messing with the cameras and I don't have to think about it. Though we figured out last week why you couldn't hear him. It was a setting in my streaming software, so at least there's that. I'm really liking this mag lamp, but I really don't feel like it's helping you guys to see stuff. But at least I can wear my glasses and use the mag lamp and still look up and see the chat quickly. It does kind of make my eyes do weird stuff, though, if I hit it at the wrong angle. Okay. think I just heard a lady say the... Hold on. I thought I heard a lady say the F word and it wasn't me, which is abnormal. No, brain foggy happens on cold brain mornings when brain sun is just starting to heat brain meadow. Oh, brain meadow. I love that. Good old brain meadow. I stayed up here super late last night and I tripped a breaker. And I'd never had to untrip a breaker before. I worked at a salon where to turn off one of the lights, you had to turn off the breaker for it. So I did that last night. And I called my boyfriend just to make sure if I exploded, he'd know about it. I mean, I don't think you can explode. I think it's just a switch, but it does have all the warnings on it. So I was like, well, whatever. But I came into my office and my office light didn't work and the bathroom lights didn't work, which was kind of a relief because I didn't want to have to get somebody on a big ladder to change the bulb out. It's a weird bulb. Aim your painting cam in from the side instead of top down. We get a view like we are a cat sitting beside you on the table. Oh, that'd be so fun. Let me see if I can do it. My mag lamp is like that, so it might be kind of weird. But I feel like, oh, no, I think I'm missing a, maybe not, maybe if I, actually, but what might happen is you might be able to see it and then I can't use my mag lamp. Hold on. Let's try and get us all happy. Maybe if I... Oh, I just pushed a button. I hope it wasn't a weird one. Okay. I changed it. I don't know though. Maybe that's something we can request from Justin. A table cat cam view. Ooh, so like, yeah, I've been talking about my wrist. Most things don't hurt it, and in fact, it feels better throughout the day. But like some things I do, I just got this big pain all the way up through here. The raccoon has landed. Raccoons for Reaper Unite. Oh. I saw this video a few days ago of a cat and a raccoon in an enclosure. I don't know, like plexiglass. And the cat jumps up on top of it. And the raccoon thinks he can and like starts jumping, but he can't. It breaks my heart. Oh, would that be fun? We'll be able to turn in Reaper Twitch currency to knock stuff off your desk if we're on desk cat cam, yeah. Yeah, exactly. I actually had a really sad, not really sad, melancholy cat moment last night. My cat doesn't sleep in my room and is pretty solitary. I still feel guilty because I'm really not home very much. She is alone all day, like since we lost our dog. And last night she kept coming up to me wanting something, and I don't know what it is. I even Googled what to do when you don't know what your cat wants. It was horrific. My poor cat. I think what it is have a variety pack of food, and there is a flavor in it that to me stinks. Stinks. So, whatever. I don't feed her that often, and now we're at the end of it, and she's eating that, and I don't think she likes it. So I've been having to tear up turkey and put it on there, because I don't know. We're going through, she's got the thyroid problem, so we're always going through eating issues. She was doing really well eating for a while when I switched her to these shredded wet food cans instead of the pate, because I think it was Francis that told me that pate is worse on their kidneys. Because my vet said that fish flavors are worse on the kidneys. Do you guys know how hard it is to find a variety pack of pate that does not have a fish flavor in it? Like, come on. But, no, I don't understand my cat. She's an enigma. She's the sweetest cat ever. So she lets people mess with her. When my cousin's kids were little, she let them kind of not get too close on them because I wouldn't allow a child to irritate my cat too much. But to, lay by her and hug her and, whatever. And she gets little mats. So I kind of cut her hair. And she hates it so much. Like, hates it. And so when I do that, she'll just move. But she won't move like she's mad. She'll move like, oh, I want to go do this over here. And then like walks away, and then I'll follow her, and she'll let me do it for a few minutes and then walk somewhere else until finally she's like, oh, I just kind of want to be under this chair over here. And then it's over. Because I'm like, oh, she really doesn't want me to be messing with her hair anymore. So she's the sweetest cat in the whole world, but other cats make her go into kill mode. So, I don't know. Nobody believes it. And I'm like, yeah, can't have another cat. Ophelia's a killer. All right. I think I'm going to use 9476 with 9260 bronzed skin as a shadow, because I feel like just looking at them, well, I don't know. This has red in it. I want something that's a little cooler, but not like crazy. Let me see if one of my new colors. Okay, I've got kind of an idea. One of these colors, this roady soil, I feel like is a little olive. We're going to try it. Oh man, Zeke, I love that. Mine was a chonk, and then when she lost weight, I was so excited about it. And then she lost too much weight. So, which is sad because probably all the time she was losing weight into that normal range, she was having thyroid problems. But from what I've heard, from what the vet has assured me, it's not the worst problem in the world, and thyroid cats are usually very strong and pretty healthy. They just start looking like hell. Oh, that's very, very olive. But we're going to still try it. We're here to learn. We're here to try. I feel like there is a hierarchy on my back porch of early in the evening, the feral cats are in charge. Then come the raccoons. Then after raccoons, possums. I feel like that's the situation. Yes, roady soil is a part of the RVE colors, so I'm going to use it. And yes, somebody noticed there is a new number sequence. So perhaps more on that later. I saw a couple raccoons kind of fighting. I don't know who they were to each other, but they were kind of fighting. Rhodey is a faction, if I am not mistaken. Maybe somebody can hear me that knows more. Ooh, I think I actually really like that. It is a little yellow, but I think I actually like that. Oh, it is pretty yellow. So I just want... Oh, you might be right, Brings Raccoon. I think I just want the tiniest bit. Okay, so I mixed this roadie soil and bronzed skin. And I think I'm going to take clear purple and just put like the tiniest bit of it in with it to counteract a little bit of that yellow. Oh my gosh, Evil Twin Mason, that's crazy. I can't believe that happened. I had a crisis of, is it rigged? Were they all right? Is everyone correct? Oh. Okay, so I'm just going to take like the tiniest doot. And I don't have my palette cam anymore, but when I'm doing something like this, I take that tiny doot and I blend it into my big puddle of color until I get to the point that I like it. And then I'm like, okay, cool, I'm gonna roll with it. And then there'll be some of the rest of the color kind of around it. Okay. So the next mini we will work on will be clothed. I don't know if male or female, but something clothed. Or maybe another creature. I do like working on people more, though. I enjoy it much more. I thought about trying this effect where I would paint a taupe color on her legs and then take a really fine net material and kind of dry brush stipple skin tones in like lightest medium to make little fishnets, like nude colored fishnets. I really like nude colored fishnets. What triad did you get, Garrus? Garrus? Fair skin, yeah. I've made a weird butt shape. I've aged her butt. So I'm gonna have to go back in with a highlight because I've essentially done what people sometimes do with makeup and I've dragged her butt downward. So I'm gonna take a highlight and go like right up under that. Good old Brazilian butt lift. Yeah, I don't, I'm trying to think of something I'm not sure if I should tell you. There's a one thing I'm not sure if I should tell you, but I'm not going to because it's exciting and I'm sure you'll hear about it from the person. Or maybe not. Now I've got to think of something I don't know if I should tell you. So this one time I tried to use Flesh Wash on a really fair mini and it ended up looking crazy. So I think I might make a wash to use over her hands because I just don't want to go into all those little crevices. Maybe I'll just use what I'm using and just add water to it. Free is a mystery paint and a pokey tool. Nope, not a wash. Not a wash. That didn't do it. Maybe it needs to be darker. Okay. Now we've come up with a problem. So if I need it to be darker, then I guess I would use more roady soil to bronzed skin. But then, since that's a little more olive, I wonder if I will have to use a little bit of maybe a reddish color. I don't know if #free is on. It should be. It isn't on. Yeah, spoons. Well, I think the idea is if something is removed from the active list, an inspired type color can come back. So I'll be thinking about that. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so that's too green, even though, okay, so I added the clear purple last time to counteract how it was a little too yellow, which is, I mean, if you think about it, most of olive, a lot of olive is yellow. So what I'm going to do is instead of just adding the clear purple, now I have to use just a skosh of, I think I'm going to use magenta. I feel like I shouldn't, like, in my mind lives this little wise old person that's like, maybe you shouldn't use magenta, but I'm going to use magenta. It's like, why wouldn't you just use clear red? And I'm like, I'm going to use clear magenta. Oh, maybe I'm not. Yeah, clear. I'm going to have to figure out how to say that word before I keep saying it. I've said it both ways, so I know I've said it wrong. I guess it doesn't matter. I like vermilion, but I don't think that's what it is. Oh no. Um, there used to be an olive skin triad. It is now inactive. I'm trying to think what's the closest now. I'll have to get back to you on that. So what we did last time in putting paints on the inactive list was we added, we took away paints, but not the whole triad. So where you might in the past have seen just the whole triad drop off, we didn't have that this time. So I think there is still, I know there's still bronzed skin. So that might be the closest. I think you could kind of pull that in the olive direction really easy. Sorry. Oh, and we've still got hair to worry about. Yeah, we're definitely not going to finish that today. But you know what? That's all right. So I started listening to this audiobook. Viridian. Clear Viridian. Clear Viridian's not active, is it? I don't know. And Clear Plum, yeah, exactly. Long retired, yeah. Sorry, I'm like way off. Let's go back over her hair. I remember what I used for this because it's one of the newer colors. I used 9491. If I'm not mistaken, some of the new clears that are coming out in the Kickstarter, in the new colors, are inspired by that triad. I don't remember how many, but I do remember a conversation where I was trying to come up with more paints to round out either a fast palette or a pistol case or something, and not being able to use those because they were already coming out, or a similar color was already coming out. If they have a different name, as a general rule, if they have a different name, they are a different formula. I don't think I've ever seen a single formula have two names. So that looks really orangey on camera, but it is not. It's more, I would call it auburn. So I've heard that the clear colors are really good if you take one of those plastic semi-transparent figures and kind of paint over that. It can give you a really nice jewel effect. And my favorite use for them is theoretically if you had all the clears and I think a couple browns, a black and a white, just a very few amount of colors, and the clears, you can pretty much mix anything you want. Because clears are the single pigment or close to single pigment colors. Great for mixing. And since they're one pigment or close to one pigment, you're not going to have a bunch of unpredictable interactions with mixing the paint. Like you do sometimes. If a color has black in it, it might go a little green, for example. So I actually think that here pretty soon we should do the drawing of our names. I normally work till about 4:30, but I have a couple things I need to do before Reaper Live. So we're going to go ahead and end at 4-ish. We'll wait for Justin. I'm sure he's like moving things around. Oh, he's here. Creeping up on me like just John. Okay.
Are you ready to end?
Yeah, go ahead and do the drawing first if you would. I probably shouldn't tell you this. Here it comes. But I think I'm just going to take a nap before Reaper Live. To be honest with you. Because I slept.
I have our winner, though.
3 hours last night. I would love to hear our winner.
Our winner is Duke Hogarden.
Congratulations, Duke Hogarden. Okay, somebody said they still saw the olive skin on the website as a single color. Okay, so that means that the olive skin is available as a single color. So yeah, you just don't have the highlight and the shadow. Congratulations. All right, we will find a raid. So she's not quite finished, but we'll get there. We still got this crazy ground. This go home ground, you're drunk.
All right, let's go ahead and raid Playing in the Mud.
Yeah, let's raid Playing in the Mud.
That's our pottery lady.
We're going to see you guys back at 6, and maybe I'll have some better images of the swatches so we can talk about our new colors. Thanks, guys. We love you. Be safe. Mwah.
Thank you very much, guys, and we'll see you at 6 o'clock.